Representing the Palestinian community of the current genocide that's taking place in Gaza.
I won't say my view on video. I won't say my view. No, maybe you should be there.
Hi everyone. Thank you for coming today. Today is an important day to speak about the history, the present. For the last 15 years, we have seen live stream a genocide going on. And the people on that building, the people which represent the law, the place which represent the people's power, the House of Commons, we have seen the Prime Minister, his Foreign Minister are denying the genocide in Gaza. And the Foreign Minister, David Lammy, shameless saying the British weapons are only 1% of the weapons sent to this genocide. So he was happy that he's part just of 5,000 of the killed Palestinian. Although this is not true. The British government, the British constitutions have been misleading people for the last months. So we have seen the universities, in the UK universities, labs, the Israeli army developed its weapons. And now Gaza is a lab. So they look at, after these weapons, they have their 3D cameras to see the impact of these weapons. Then they can sell it and say, yes, we have seen it kills 50,000 people. It has destroyed these houses, it destroyed the churches, the mosques, the universities, the schools in Gaza. So we have seen the UK universities are denying that they are supporting Israel. So for example, Newcastle University, one of the most complicit universities, they sent on day one, we are not complicit. Then after 3 months, after the students have done encampment in the freezing weather in Newcastle, the university have started publishing its complicity with the occupation, and then they called the police to remove these students. Where's the freedom of expression? Or when it comes to anti-government, it's not okay to express your views. And then we have seen here, just 2 months ago during the genocide, some of the organizers here, they were protesting some prayers during Christmas for Palestine, and the police have removed them. And we don't see this in the mainstream media. We don't see this. So we have been ignored, we have been killed by this media, by politicians, by the weapons. So I'm from Gaza. My family are still there in Gaza. They are telling me now the Israeli army is still shooting them. So the bombing have ceased. So the Israeli Prime Minister said, we did not stop the war. We just ceased, like, part for part of time, and we will come back. And now they are doing the same thing in Jenin. It works. So if you are the Israeli Prime Minister, you can kill 100,000 people, you can occupy land, you can get money from the US, the UK, you can come everywhere and people will be helping you, even if the International Criminal Court putting some sanction on you. What will be the reaction from the international community? We put sanctions on the court. So this is something, so we live in a very bad time now. So the UK government is pretending to be a pro human rights because two of the main people are human rights people. They are not. They are complicit. And why no one talks why Keir Starmer and David Lammy meet with the Israeli Prime Minister in the occupied Jerusalem? It is an occupied land. So then they are complicit in all meaning. So what we need to do now? So today we have amazing people who have seen the genocide. And by the way, I live in Ealing. The head of Ealing Council have refused to put Palestine genocide in the genocide memorial next week. He put people from Bosnia, he put people from the Holocaust, he put other people, but so I don't know how comes if we want to tackle, like, the racism or the genocide, so how can we differentiate between racism? So maybe racism against black people will be okay, but racism about other people will not be okay. Genocide about some people is not okay. Genocide about some people will be okay. We have to stop this. We are all humans. We have to be equal. And we live in this country. We decide who manage the country. So we need to raise our voice. So the first thing, we need to speak about this. The second thing, we need to continue speaking about this ongoing genocide. Because as we speak, tens of thousands of orphans who lost, I don't know what they call the one who lost his father, mother, siblings. So they lost everyone. Just children in camps in Gaza because Israel have killed the whole family. So we need to speak about them. And we need to advocate for how to stop this genocide, which is not started yet. It's about to start in the West Bank. How can we stop this? And we need to continue speaking about this. I totally understand for the last 15 months we did not stop. We've been coming every week. We've been protesting. We need to continue protesting. The police last week did not allow the protests to go to the BBC, but people went there, and the leaders of the protest now in court. So not just they started with the students, they started with politicians, and now with the pro-Palestine organizers, they put them in trial. This is a shame. Shame. This is a shame. So please. Yeah, and the trade unionists and the leaders of these protests, the police want to say the atmosphere is now less, so we will see less people protesting, then we can now stop these protests. So this is unacceptable. We live in a country, students have to have the right to encamp in the university, to be in the university, telling the university, and South University, the university have called the police and they moved the student from the university and they put them somewhere else. KCL as well, they put them in a rare building there where no one see them and they refuse to listen to them. So we have witnessed this genocide and how it's been fueled by these universities, politicians, media, and other parties. Thank you so much for coming today. This means a lot for people in Palestine who are facing the genocide. I totally understand some of you, when they come to here, it's not easy for them. They will be attacked. So we thank all our people who come today. We totally understand it's not easy to stand with Palestine at this time. Thank you so much for coming, and please continue speaking about the genocide everywhere, and hopefully we will not see any other genocide. Thank you.